Hi everyone. Well, another bloody false flag, false flag, false flag, false. How many of them are we going to get? How many of them? Yes, probably the most important false flag so far, I would say, because it could lead us into World War III and probably will. It's the way that the West are constantly blaming the Ukrainian rebels for anything that goes down in Ukraine that isn't very nice, when we all know that it's George Soros and Poroshenko and that horrible little weasel, that bald weasel arsehole yuck. God, where did he come from? He was created, wasn't he? He must have been a test tube experiment, that man. Anyway, it goes on. We know why. We know war with Russia is inevitable. It's planned. Has been for many hundred years. And we move ever closer towards it. I'm going to read a bit of a report here. See what you think. It's an in-depth report by Stephen Lindemann of Global Research. It says, previous Kiev false flag attack suggests Saturday's Mariupol shelling perhaps its latest. It remains to be seen what further evidence discloses. Throughout months of fighting, Kiev sought to blame Donbass self-defense forces for its crimes of war against humanity, including gruesome atrocities, use of cluster bombs, chemical and other illegal weapons, and downing MH17. Oh, that was a terrible one as well, wasn't it? MH17. Hundreds of rotting bodies falling from the sky. Shot down by the rebels? No! Shot down by Kiev. So, on Saturday, shelling killed a reported 30 people in Mariupol. Rebels and Kiev exchanged blame. Yet the next region's state administration statement said, a total of 23 people, including one child, died instantly. 93 people, including 8 children, were hurt. 75 people were taken to hospitals. 7, including one child, died of wounds in hospital. A rebel spokesman said, our militias have no weapon systems near Mariupol that would be able to shell that region. Our positions are simply too far away. According to our intelligence, the artillery was fired from the, I can't pronounce this, I'm sorry, but I'll have a go, the Stary Krim neighbourhood, less than 10 kilometres from central Mariupol. Ukrainian troops are stationed there. We believe it was a provocation committed by the Ukrainian troops. Donetsk People's Republic, DPR, Deputy Parliamentary Speaker Denis Pushlin, called the incident yet another Kiev provocation, saying, it is all too clear who shelled Mariupol, from which regions they are, from which spot, and where the artillery was located. As far as I know, Grad multiple rocket launcher fire was responsible. Our militia units don't have artillery capable of reaching the location of the shelling. Putin blamed Kiev for doing everything possible to suspend peace talks. It's probably not Kiev so much, it's probably America, NATO and George Soros. Poroshenko's a puppet basically at the moment. I think he always has been. And I don't know where arsehole yucks come from. They've dug him out of the ground or scraped him off the side of a pond. It continues. How can we make agreements with people that aren't responsible either for their words or signatures and have clearly shown their incapability to reach agreements? They agree to meet in Minsk, but they don't come. Earlier they accepted Minsk ceasefire protocol terms, then violated them straight away, rejecting peace, continuing conflict. That's all they want to do. DPR military commander Edward Basurin said militia forces have no current operations in Mariupol. TASS reporter DPR Prime Minister Alexander Zakharenko said, "No one is going to attack the city. We are not beasts as they are in Kiev." And that guy is a good skin. And the way he's been treating the Ukrainian captured forces has been exemplary. There you go. I'm not going to read any more of this, but it's Western propaganda. It's relentless. It's disinformation on US planned and implemented maiden violence. Last February's US instigated coup, installing a legitimate putschist regime controlled by neo-Nazi thugs, sham elections, and continuing Kiev aggression in Donbass. There you go. That's what I believe the truth is. All those of you that don't, I don't care. Anyway, you have it. And if we go to war, it ain't anything to do with anybody in the Ukraine. They're being played. They're all being played. And thank God that the people in Nova Russia have got heart, because they might be the nugget of honesty and humanity that this thing needs, because it's not going to get it from the West. There you go. Watch this space, eh? God, if we... I don't know, where's this going? Well, we know where it's going, I think. Anyway, I'm not scared. I think it's got to happen. And I just hope that we reach a peaceful solution. Oh, what am I saying there? I can't see that at all. I can't see a peaceful solution in this, because it's been designed this way to make it as bloody as horrible as possible and cause as much suffering as possible to everybody on the planet, so that there's only 500 million of us left, which could be the case by the end of this year. Just get that in your heads, and don't believe everything you read in the newspapers or see on the television. In fact, don't believe any of it at the moment, because it's all propaganda. Mainstream news is bollocks.